Did you know people have more access to a cell phone than a toilet? Well, now people are going to have more access to $15,000 than a cell phone under Joe Biden's presidency. Here's what you need to know. I want to talk about Joe Biden's plan for real estate and how he is very pro-home ownership, meaning he wants people to own their homes. Let's talk about the new real estate plan our about to be new President Joe Biden is going to put into place. So let's break down some things that he's going to do for people that want to be homeowners, but they don't have enough cash for a 3.5% to 5% down payment. And we're also going to be talking about some tax benefits that come along with owning a home. So let's open up Joe Biden's website and let's read specifically what I'm talking about when I'm talking about you have more access to $15,000 than a cell phone. So right here on Joe Biden's website, he says, help families buy their first homes and build wealth by creating a new refundable advanceable tax credit of up to $15,000. Now, I'm not going to read this entire thing, but you can skip down to the bottom and it says, where is it? Building off a temporary tax credit expended as part of the Recovery Act, this tax credit will be permanent and advanceable, meaning that homebuyers receive the tax credit when they make the purchase instead of waiting to receive assistance when they file taxes the following year. So what does that mean? That means instead of waiting for, whatever, I think it's like January to April is whenever you file your taxes. And so you don't have to wait the following year. Let's say it's July. You don't have to wait until January to start filing your taxes and receiving your tax return if you get one. And now they don't really go into detail about if you don't get one, if you actually apply for this, or how they're actually going to get this money back, because it does say it's advanceable and it's refundable. So they're going to get their money back, but they're just giving it to you in advance when you buy a primary residence. Now, they don't specify if it's, if it falls along the lines of a primary residence, either a single family home or a 2 to 4 unit apartment little complex. So really, this could be a big deal for people and really create some amazing wealth and financial freedom for people, because let's say you buy a fourplex, a 4-unit apartment little complex, and you get this tax advanceable credit, and you're like, okay, well, now I have $15,000 I can put as a down payment, live in 1 unit, then rent out the other 3. Well, now you're living mortgage free, and you actually might even be cash flowing just a little bit. Now, they don't go into detail also if you can use this again the next year to buy another primary residence, because you can move out of the first unit, rent out the other units. So now you have 4 units that are renting from you. Buy another fourplex the next year, and then use that tax advanceable credit again. They don't go into detail about that. But if you can, that's going to be an amazing opportunity for a lot of people to create financial freedom for themselves, through real estate investing. Like I said in the beginning, Biden is very pro home ownership. And so what does that mean? Over the past 2 centuries, 200 years, 90% of the world's millionaires came from investing in real estate. Now, this is your opportunity to actually start doing that. And you can even buy, a property that has a ton of equity in it using this tax advanceable credit, because you don't have a down payment, enough cash as a down payment. Then turn around and sell that in about a year. Well, now you just created whatever equity you have in there, say $50,000. Well, you just created $50,000 from nothing. So if you want to be a millionaire, hit that like button and turn it blue. Now let's jump into my computer really quick and let's go over some points I want to get across to you. Again, that $15,000 up to $15,000, it's in advance. That means they're gonna get their money back. So they don't specify really when they're going to get their money back. It might even be the year after. So whenever you file your taxes for the following year, whenever you get your tax credit, say you got it in July, the following January, February, March, April, whenever you actually you file your taxes, they're going to get that money back. Whatever tax return you were going to receive that year, they're going to take it back. So, but they don't talk about, if you get a tax advance, that this tax credit for $8,000, but you only get a tax return of $4,000. They don't go into detail about that, and I'm sure we'll get more guidance on that later. And so when are you going to have to pay it back? Who knows? Because like I said, if they give you $8,000 as a tax credit, and you're only getting $4,000 in a tax return every year, that's a normal and average for you, $4,000, who knows? You might be paying it back for 2 years. You might not receive a tax credit for the next 2, or a tax return for the next 2 years. There's no real guidance on that. So there's some major tax benefits to owning real estate, meaning you can write off the mortgage interest. So let's say, for example, a $100,000 home, you got 4% interest for that year. Whatever interest you are paying on that $100,000, the 4% interest on it for that year, you can write off all that interest. And now, disclaimer, I am not a tax professional, so all this information is just based off of doing a lot of research. I'm no expert. I don't have any certifications, so don't sue me. So going into the next thing, you can deduct the interest off your mortgage up to $750,000 if you're filing married jointly. If you're married and you're filing jointly on your taxes, and if you're married and you're filing separately, again, that's just split in half. So it's $375 you can deduct from that interest on your taxes. If you're getting value out of this video, click that subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified every single time I upload a new YouTube video just like this one. So we're going to be moving on. Some other crazy things that you can actually do with owning a home is a home office tax deduction. And what that is, you can take a percentage of your home for the business. For a business, say if you're self-employed, or if you're a YouTuber, if you make money online and all you do is stay at home, you can deduct a percentage of your home, and whatever taxes you were going to pay for that following year on your business, you can deduct that or the percentage of your home. So that's one way to do it, and that's the normal way. Then another way you can do it is $5 per square foot up to 300 square feet. So if you're in a home office right here where I am, you can deduct up to $5 per square foot. And I think this room is about 200 square feet. So I'm in that range up to 300 square feet. So I can deduct about $1,000 off of my tax bill at the end of the year. So that's just another perk of home ownership. Another major tax benefit of home ownership is a tax-free profit on the sale. So if you lived in the property 2 out of the last 5 years, you can sell the property for a profit and don't have to pay any taxes on it. That's a great thing about living in the United States. And that is known as capital gains. You don't have to pay capital gains tax on this money. And you can get up to $500,000 if you're married and you're filing jointly. You can get a tax-free profit up to $500,000 on the sale. Or $250,000 if if you're single, or if you're married and you're filing separately. There's going to be some crazy things happening with the real estate market because of the new president and the pandemic still going on. We have a lot of uncertainty that's happening right now. There's a video popping up right here that I picked out specifically for you, and I really think you're going to enjoy it. So click on that video. Until the next video, guys, I'm out. See you.